This is the poetry show with the lonely poet. Wow. Welcome, guys. I'm going to play some music, so that's why I kept the audio very low. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the poetry show with the lonely poet. I am just looking at things. There are multiple things going on in my screen. I wish you have seen my screen. This is like a, space shuttle. Maybe I should make this the entire then the inside part of it as like a space shuttle. I said Shakespeare. Let me mute this guy. Oh, put that in silent mode. Now we are back here. Let's play some stuff. Let me see. Thank you for getting me the sounds. This is really cool. I found some good, calming music, in that place. Ah, so let's get to the business, very very quickly. And it was a fantastic day. And I'm going to jump directly into the poems very soon. Before we that, it was a fantastic day. I needed to fix my lawnmower. Me and my neighbor, we drove to a place with my lawnmower. Oh my god! That today we actually took it there, and some guy actually saying that he's going to fix it for $40, $40. I said the whole lawnmower I bought it for brand new for like $150. So any amount I spent should not be going beyond that because I can then go and buy a new one. And I told him, I'm a little short of cash, so this 40 should. He's like, if it is too bad, I said if it is too bad, just throw it away. That's the best idea. So anyway, so that's where the good start is. That's where the good part is. There are things that we need to actually, get around. From what it looks like, this chat may not continue for too long. That is a significant amount of money we need, to actually continue the server lease. At least even if we are going to lease it. But if we are going to buy it, then we have to build it all together in some infrastructure, which I don't even know where it is. They are looking at me and everybody there. I mean, I said they, actually you guys, pretty much you are the only guys. I can see YouTube. There is nobody to chat. We are in a situation where we may have to fall back onto virtual servers and maybe you know what we can do in this. Abandon the chat there, and then maybe I will put I will show you how to embed the YouTube chat in there. It may become very open. That's the one problem. Because the YouTube chat can become, so it will be a public chat. I do not have any idea, how are we going to, private chat, in that situation. There are no PMs available, nothing. Everybody will be chatting in one room. But, there will be something at least, otherwise there is no chat. I mean, I can disable. I think Joe will figure out something, where, we can disable the chat altogether, just go ahead and do this. And we will leave a text chat in the other place. So there will be a little delay in actually the chat and everything, to sync. But, none of the show hosts actually rely on chats. When they actually chat, they chat. So with PM and other thing, we can actually bring in some free chat facility or PHP code or something like that. If nothing works, if there's something need to be installed in my machine or my servers, I can do that. If it is a text chat, I don't think I can do a video chat. I don't think I do. I have that bandwidth. Even though I have unlimited bandwidth, but still, that doesn't necessarily mean I can run massive video servers. You understand what I mean? So that's the story about that. Other than that, nothing much going on. Last couple of days, I was a little cranky. I was not fully on. I was running around. You know, surprisingly, I had a brief talk with Eva. The great Eva. I told her, I mentioned to you in one of my blog posts that is pretty much the last time I have seen my girl in my site last year. Then it is kind of started popping up right now. She's like, did I created a problem for you to break up with your girlfriend? I said, I cannot say break up because because we didn't break up. See, for something to break up, I think it would be like this. To break up. If it is like this, then we have to go like this. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's a sad situation. I had a brief talk with her. She's doing fine. Russia is in a very tough situation too. Like United States, there are plenty of corona patients, but they don't have a lot of deaths. So I'm hearing there is a new medicine they figured out about this coronavirus. That's good news. Some steroid thing, that will work, for very critical patients. 2/3 of the people are going to come out alive, from ventilator. If people are already taking oxygen, then there is like 1/5 of the people actually will come out. I like this music, man. This I'm actually putting it in loops, so. My dancing is with my hand. Usually I sit on a chair, and then this is what I do. Even long time back, when I came to the United States, I go to clubs, and in the club, what I do is I actually sit there, and this is what I do, and sit at the what's the name of that bar, and talk to the bartender. That's why. My friends actually come always. They actually come and tell me, you are talking to the air person. You are not going to get. I said, I'm not hitting on them, and at least they will talk to me. See, there are many girls, when I actually try to talk to them, they'll be looking at me and it's like, what? Like, okay. Then they walk. Then it's like 100-to-1 ratio. So it's like, I'm not in for a one-night stand. If I want to have a stand, then yeah, I will take them. But things happened at that time. A lot of things happened, So that was all old stories, very very nice, and that's how I danced, even recently, me and my buddy, Mani, we went to. He's not Manny, like in Latino. No, he's from India. His name is Mani. Okay, it's pronounced exactly like Money, but it is written as Mani. So. It means bell. So he, when he was actually leaving, Wisconsin, so he gave a party, and I went to a club, and we were sitting there, and the same thing. And I was like, and the bartender was a extremely charming, fantastic, beautiful lady who's standing there. She's not very young or anything like that. So we were just, sitting there, and I started talking. He was actually, he went with some young girl and started dancing, So I was like, okay, yeah, he's always like that. And then he told, he's always like that. He just sits there in the bar. And I was like, that's my dance. That's my dance. One that dance. No. I almost said lap dance, the last dance. I always have the last dance and the last laugh. You know what I mean. So, like somebody actually told me, what is your weight right now? 232 pounds. It was down to 224 pounds. 25 days, I added 8 pounds. That's not good. I'm eating like hell. So I need to, even though there's only one meal a day, the one meal is one heck of a meal. There is, maybe I should not cook, you know, this thing, I need to move that, because it's hitting the other camera. So, people, we have to be very prepared to actually breaking of, services. I will continue to make the video and I will put the video, maybe embed the video there for the time being for my shows. Other people also should do the same thing. We may not be having much of a chat. I may have to, instead of this talk, when I'm actually having a bunch of people to talk to, well, at least I know a bunch of people are listening to. Then I get to say, okay, yeah, guys, this is that may not be there, it may be just a reading show. I will keep it at around 15-20 minutes rather than 30 minutes or 1 hour. So that's the deal. And now, coming down to poetry, I may actually, that's another thing. You may not see a lot of new poems coming in. I may have to take some writing assignments to actually do. I'm trying to do some other writings instead of poetry, exactly. So new poems may not get released much. LonelyPoet.com will actually take a pause. It looks like that I may have to go into that direction. I'm sorry, I cannot disclose much of information right now. At the end of the day, let me tell you, Monday, the entire day I spent to actually Monday and Tuesday, I spent to trying to land in a job, and unfortunately, I have understood that I'm much more unfortunate than I was. I have to admit the fact that I have to be very honest. I'm not going to lie to people. Yeah, it didn't really come through. Apparently, maybe I'm getting into a point where the market is saturated for me. And it is not a very great thing to happen, because the reason why I stayed in and around Milwaukee was to for last couple of years. The basic reason was I want to just connect to this little boss thing, and I think we are both going in a different frequency, in different planes, or different, what do you say? Different. I don't want to use that word. That's why I have a word that is coming into my mind. I don't want to use that word. Different dimensions. That may be a closest thing I can come to. Different frequencies in different dimensions. We may have to somehow try to connect this whole thing somehow. But there is to a great extent I can push. I can do these kind of things. I know she is reading my blogs, and I'm not even writing on my blog regularly right now because I don't really post anything. So maybe I'll go and write my blog and leave it at that instead of doing even a half-an-hour show either. I will do a half-an-hour show maybe. Maybe I will do a video blog and put it there somehow, so that she can know what is going on with me. That's where I will like to leave. I'm not going to suggest anything else. It's not I alone that matters. At the end of the day, every man will have to come out and say, it's not just I, it's me and her. We should be together, and there are things sometimes that may not connect, and we have to take that loss at that time and walk, take a step back and sit down. And it's not easy. It's not emotionally pleasant, but that's a reality, and we have to live with the reality, no matter how it comes. And I would like to. I know there is she's probably going through some situation in her life which I don't even know, which she don't want to disclose or she don't want to talk to. I would like to be part of that situation and help her through in the best way possible. I probably will be able to help others far better than I can help myself. That's just me. But it's all hypothetical right now. So halfway through the show, we need to actually come to the poem. I hope you guys can clearly hear me. The microphone and everything is on. I may have to really reduce the volume of this. But my volume, it's at 14. Maybe I'm doing it at 10. Okay, let's get into the poem. The poem is written. This is a Ramadan poem. And the poems written in Ramadan, and these are planned a little ahead of time. What I'm going to write. I will write down. I usually write down some of these ideas and keep it. Then I actually pull those things out, and in Ramadan, because the amount of time I get in Ramadan is very limited. The real free time comes between like 11 o'clock to about 3 o'clock in the night. So that's the free time, because otherwise I will be in prayers and sleeping and eating and other things. Daytime I don't even eat at all. So this, I was just looking at the what is this music? Getting into the last part of Ramadan, no matter how much one prepares ahead of this, the fasting and the long nightly prayers will get you. I started preparing for Ramadan more than a month ago with OMAD, 1 meal a day. I told you about that, 1 meal a day. It's very nice. I lost like 24 pounds in nearly 45 days. Not bad. Still, I'm not doing any long walks. I used to walk near the lake. This time, Corona fear got into my nerves. Hey, if it is a crook, I would shoot him. But what the hell am I supposed to do with the friends? Now the next part is where things kind of comes into play about the poem. I'm not actually reading the first part because I'm going to leave it at that. Because the poem is very self-explanatory. Yesterday was a good day. I didn't sleep much, but one at a time, I finished things that should be done. I really wish that day came today, because this day was not very very bad, but there were many things which I really wanted to happen, really didn't happen. In between, there was this this energetic feeling I have, which I know, even though physically may not be possible, but emotionally and spiritually I can run a marathon, that energy. So I'm very honest here. So, but there are limitations which we need to look and find. We need to find what is the limitation, human limitation. If you push beyond that limitation, and you may only injure yourself. So I even cooked a good tuna dish. As for life, what can I say? I will translate a folk song lines sung by a duck herder. Yeah, this is something which I need to actually explain. I think in my blog I actually posted a picture of the duck herd. I think a video of the duck. Ducks getting herded into in India, the South Indian ducks. They don't fly like American ducks. Those ducks actually, you can actually take them. You can go and catch them. If you run after them very good, but they don't even run for too long. But if they find any waterways, they jump into the water and swim away. And that's ducks. Duck herders are there. They actually come with hundreds of ducks, and they sell them. People buy them, slaughter them and eat them. So that's what we used to do. I had my pet ducks. I had those things were there. One of the song was this Asian ducks don't fly. That was not exactly a word-to-word translation, but I don't remember the whole song either. And some words are pretty colloquial, so I can't find equivalent in English. So it's a poetry. It's a very folk poetry. Recited in a specific tune rather than I can say it's a song. It's a folk song. So, but people actually call it a folk song instead of poetry. I first heard, when one fantastic poet and song lyricist in my mother tongue, When he came to our house, his son was with him, and he told his son to actually recite something, and he recited this. That's the first time I heard this. That hearing of that poem was very impactful. I pretty much by hearted it, by hearing it once, and many times I look for the thing. It's very not very easy to find, but then it came out in a movie, and it became a song. So even though there was a little bit of a background music and other things in that, so it kind of translates to this. Oh, northern girl, the lovely girl, lovely eyes, duck feathers, soft skin. When gave her love and asked for love, made me scatter like my duck herd. Little Boss. Let's come to Little Boss. This poem was actually written in almost 40 to 45 minutes, but it took nearly a day for me to prepare all the things that came with that. Because even though the idea was initially written down, it took nearly a day. That means about 3 nights. I can actually clearly say to actually get into this. It took a night to write this poem. Yeah, so a whole night probably will be about 9 to 10 hours because nights are short. But when it came to me on this particular poem, it took one set of preparation, then another set of preparation, then another set. It went zigzaggy, and everything as it is going zigzaggy. I kind of understood. This is like you're sitting in front of a jigsaw puzzle, and you're trying to solve this puzzle without having the final image in your mind. Because when you have a final image, you can look into it, you can easily do this. That is something which is not there because the real image is that of little boys. You should know that, that this is a jigsaw puzzle I cannot solve myself. But that's why I called it a puzzle maker. Who is a puzzle maker? Read the poem with me. Let us bring the poem up. Let's read the poem. It's not a very short poem either, so please forgive me, guys. Let me adjust this a bit so that I don't want to bother anything. So there you go. The puzzle maker. The wonderful childhood days she lived, looking through every detail of every event. Once, one upon the other, hopes and dreams she laid. The first piece of the puzzle, no one can solve, she made. I think I made a mistake there. Okay. What wonderful childhood days she lived, looking through every detail of every event. One upon the other, hopes and dreams she laid. The first piece of the puzzle, no one can solve, she made. Questioned every motive of everyone around her, the wild world, the wonderful world, thought, brutality of reality, where she felt like playing ball, another set of puzzle pieces she made. Every bit of energy she sprouted, wondered minds, self-imposed her heart into a prison of chaos and confusion. Then she let others use her brain, lies and gossips grew. They gave her another set of pieces of her puzzle. When mine became the prison of her love, she stunned hopes and dreams she searched, clouded by the energy of her pleasantness to newness, but all ended in nothingness. They weaved a web for her to connect her puzzle pieces. Happiness she sought made her run between horizons. Those puzzled energies are the ones she blocked, led her to a tunnel where no light she can find. Then the puzzle she finished that showed her my face. The only light she can find came through my spine. Yeah, no one or none is what the word I was actually trying to say. The first piece of puzzle, no one can soul she made. That's what I was actually saying. But in lonelypod.com, I want to see whether I corrected this. But I will check that and I will make the corrections, if necessary. Yeah, there are times when I make, because like I said, these are first drafts, which I put it on lonelypod.com. When somebody actually points me out, oh yeah, this is wrong, I will correct it. Or when I actually go and finish the final drafts, when I actually rewrite this. So there is a rewrite need to happen. I should have actually looked at it before. I didn't really read through the forum before I started doing the show. I'm sorry about that. Okay, everybody, please forgive me. Okay, bear with me. These are tough days. When half of your mind is somewhere else, and another half is actually thinking that today early morning, I was sitting here and I was thinking all these minutes and all these seconds and minutes and hours I'm spending. I should be spending productively at some work. Where I can. Yeah, and it's not just earning, it is a position, there is a title with it, there is some weightage into life that comes with the job, and I don't have it, and that's a reality. And I was like, that I got to do something about it. Such why I said, okay, I might have to do some writing assignment or something like that, which I need to take and work through it, and instead of just writing these kind of poems, first draft poems, which I haven't, there's like last year, I have written 312 poems. 2019, one of the most productive time. But imagine 319 first drafts are sitting there, which I need to go through like this, line by line, and I need to correct. Then I have a blog with it, which I need to read. What was I thinking when I wrote this? It will give you an idea about it. If I remember it, if I don't remember it, then I cannot even go deep into the poem. I have to take the poem for its face value and actually go through it and take out all the errors, edit it, correct it, and finish it. Imagine that, how many poems I need to go through. I can hire a professional person, but then the professional person comes with their own view because they don't know what was I thinking when I wrote this. So I may have to live with, or not live with. I mean, I may have to sit with. Yeah. If it is little Bose who is editing, that would be fantastic. She may pull out every hair from her hair and kick my ass saying, "What the heck were you thinking?" But she can. She knows the situation very well. I'm not thinking about her doing anything like that at all. I don't know whether she even follows poetry. But the blog, she likes the blog. She usually comes and reads. So that's about it, guys. I don't want to prolong this thing for too long. Don't prolong for too long. So that is the poem, and I'm sorry for the little mishap. The first piece of the puzzle, no one can solve, she made. I don't know what I was thinking. I need to check my lonelypod.com before I correct that. Maybe I will, tomorrow when I do the show, the first thing I will do is I will, do a first edit of the poem. Okay, maybe edit of this poem and bring it by, and I will also make a rate, but I'm going to leave the video as is, in YouTube. There is not a lot of people come there. A couple of gamers come and comment on my site, and I think they are. I don't know who they are. I thought you guys, one of you guys probably, but maybe and maybe not. Whoever it is, thank you. You guys make me. When I see a comment saying that I like it or love it or you did a good job, yeah, and I appreciate it. This is not a scripted show. This show can go like this. Say when I'm reading my own poem and I'll find, oh, okay, there is an error in that. That's not what I meant. You see, that in one way is the beauty of my shows. Okay, I don't really script it. I don't really come out and say things. But when you wrap the show, this is something which I wanted to say away from everything. The tarot cards haven't even reached here yet. Absolutely no sign of any of these tarot cards. Most of the, I checked the, tracking information from wish.com. Now, I think wish.com have their own systematic issues. So it is sitting right now, all the accounts, everything is sitting in my, it looks as if I bought all these, things. So, it's as if, yeah, so I I looked at that today, seeing okay, where is our tarot, and I don't know whether we will be. That's what I want to see, whether I'll be able to do even one tarot show before this whole thing collapses. Uh, but I will do the show. But I have a plan for the show. I'm beyond 30 minutes right now. I have a small plan. I'm going to tell you what my plan is. Okay, I'm going to blend poetry into this tarot. I'm going to actually do a spread of this tarot. I'm not an expert on tarot reading as is. But then what I'm going to actually take is looking at this on that particular day, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to look at your, this day's tarot, based on the day, rather than going for astrological signs and all. It will be like 12 signs. By the time I finish it, that itself will consume a lot of time. Nobody's paying me. I don't have thousands of subscribers sitting there like many professional person. And those things should be done by professional people. What I'm going to do is, okay, that day's intuitions that comes to my mind based on that tarot, I'm going to actually write maybe 4 to 10 lines of poem on that day. It's not the story of the day. It's something I need to find a name. I will look for suggestions from you guys too. Tarot of the day or tarot poems or something of the day, something like that. I had story of the day already. In the last year I wrote for little boys. So that's the idea. It's just a thing that came into my mind. How practical it's all going to be. How long I'll be able to do it. But I would like to do at least one show before everything gets wiped out. But don't worry. I will do it in Lonely Poet ID itself on my YouTube channel, and I will put it there. I will record it and I'll put it there. Even if I am not doing a live show there every day, I will record it and I'll put it there every day. I may spend 15-20 minutes to actually write that thing down. So I will have one camera pointing directly to my tarot. And I will put another camera over the. No, what I will do is I will put like the screen share. I will put one of these word processors or Grammarly where I'm showing you the poem right now. I will show that screen. Then I just type the poem in. You may not see me at all. It's just a tarot and thing. That's where the camera will be. So yeah, let's figure that out. But I will definitely do one show, at least one show. Before we wrap this, and then the rest of the things will be recordings. So yeah, but that's the reality. I do not have the money. None of the others have that kind of money to actually put. Even when we pulled in, we reached maybe a little more than half of it. So tight. I'm sorry, guys. I wish I were rich. But even if I were rich, that's a pretty big amount. We don't want to be too ambitious about it. So yeah, but there are multiple ideas even now getting thrown by many people. Do this, do that, do this, do that. Let's figure this out. Ultimately, if nothing works, we can go into Facebook and we can create a group. I already have a Lonely Poet Poetry group, but no, I can make another group, or somebody else can make a group, and we'll all join there and we'll do the show there. The live show will actually be there, and I will do a recording over here. Well, I don't think I need a recording in that case for on YouTube, but for public viewing, public viewing we may need that. We will do something about it, So and Joe is working on some stuff to see whether we can have a deprecated version of the show. That's about it, guys. At the end of this day, I love you all. Little boss, I wish we can sit and talk, and whatever you're going through, I be part of that, whatever you're going through, and you be part of what I'm going through. Maybe you should not be part of what I'm going through. I'm eating blanks. But that's okay. I mean, bad times happen. So that's all I'm thinking. I'm smiling. At the end of this day, I'm smiling. So that's where we are. You everybody have a fantastic time, and little boss, may God smile upon you all.